Welcome everybody to the Homebrew Heroes podcast. If you are a returning listener, thank you for coming back, and if you are new to the podcast, thank you for coming. We are a group of nerdy best friends who happen to love Dungeons and Dragons, and we wanted to share our adventures with everyone. We are now into our second campaign where we are battling evil spirits, demons, evil queens, and so much more. So sit back, take a trip through our homebrewed campaign, and be ready for shenanigans that will last a lifetime. If you are all caught up on our episodes and are yearning for more D&D goodness, check out our friends over at Top of the Round. You can find them on Instagram at Top of the Round, and they are an actual play podcast with great storytelling and characters. Talus, Chaz, and Seku go on crazy adventures and then get into crazy situations, so go check them out and get your double dose of role-playing. This episode of HeavenFall was brought to you by our sponsors over at The Foundry. They are a company that help bring your greatest jewelry desires to life with super personalized adornments. You can find them on Instagram as well at _foundry_jewelers. If you can draw it, dream it, or describe it, they can do it. So with all that being said, let's go into our intro music and start this week's episode. Welcome back. You guys, recently where we left off, just executed a murderous mother who killed her child for a gold locket. And the patronage basically said to execute her for her crimes. And you guys left the patronage and the Sanctum Deor. You guys are right outside the gates. You guys do have the other two parchments with the jobs on them, so what do you guys do?
I pulled him aside really quick.
Yeah.
Don't we get any money for that?
Apparently we don't.
Are we within shot?
That's terrible.
Maybe, I don't really care.
So Britta kind of gave you guys this motion to stay here. I need to go talk to Dorian privately real quick, and pulls him aside.
Take a few steps in hushed tones.
I thought, as a legionnaire, that you would have known this. We want to avoid going to see the patronage as much as possible if we want people to, I don't know, stay alive.
I don't know if I want to make that choice. It was their call to make.
You have the authority to make that call, so maybe use it.
And what would you have me do? What would you have done in my place?
I would have not gone there in the first place, but apparently I've been around a little more than you have.
I've been here longer than you have, and my
I grew
loyalty...
up in this ship.
Well, the patronage is who runs this order. If they give me a command, I have to give it, and if I don't want to make a decision, they make it.
And just...
That
Say
stop.
anything, I just go back to the
Okay.
Did we have seen that? Would we have seen that right
Yeah,
now?
you saw her pull him aside and kind of...
Hold up a minute. Come back over here. If you'd be so kind.
Oh.
Nice recovery.
Please.
I
What do you know about the
sigh
patronage
again.
that I don't?
Do I know anything that he doesn't know? No.
Not necessarily, no.
Well, regale me with what you do know.
I mean, they hold strict to their laws. If you don't agree with something, or if you don't want someone to necessarily be sentenced to death, you just try and avoid taking things to them if you don't need to.
So you would rather subvert their authority by avoiding them?
Now, I don't think that's subverting their authority.
What's the sort of thing that you would keep from them? That, obviously. What else?
I think that could have been handled without them. We don't need to bother them with petty little things.
You would have me just throw her in jail?
At least she'd be alive right now.
So is this their side over there? Okay, so we don't know.
Walked back over.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're just kind of watching him like, what are you doing?
I am infatuated by this.
I wonder what they're talking about.
Oh, it's clearly a lover squall.
Yes, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
How long do you think they've been together?
At least
done?
20 years.
I just don't think
All
it's
right.
right to leave these sorts of decisions to us.
You're both idiots.
Come.
We follow the same code that they do we not?
I think that they are far removed from regular civilian life. And while they can make good decisions and higher up situations for everyday battles, that's something that we on the front lines need to take care of.
I will consider your opinion in my next decision.
Thank you.
Let's figure out what we're doing next.
Okay.
Head back over to the group.
Yep.
All right.
So, recruits.
We have names, sir.
I just want to let you both
Y'all.
know.
If you,
I want to address you all at once, so I'm going
if
to
you
say
do not
recruits.
remember my name is Argento.
I
Nice
got
to
that.
meet you. Pleasure.
Like
What
the
is your
Chiefs without
question,
the S, not
Captain
a
Riggs?
sponsor.
I just want to let you know you're both doing great. You're doing so good.
Thank you,
So
sir.
great.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Thank you.
You could
I
roll.
feel the same way. What, would that be a personal insight check?
Oh, I thought you were personal insight. Yeah, go
How
ahead.
do I feel? Tell me, DM.
I think you
No,
guys
this
are
is good.
frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been a year. You guys have found nobody that, in your mind, I imagine Dorian is worthy of your leadership in a sense. And now you've been thrown.
Am I
into
really
this-
the best?
You kind of have these
I said
thoughts.
you're doing great there.
Yeah.
Slow
I'm
down,
sure-
Tiger.
You can tell me if you agree, but I'm sure Dorian feels this frustration of this whole year and a half I've been able to lead her. I haven't been able to lead anybody, and now that I am, it's a group of misfits that probably never should have been in command of somebody like me.
And I have no experience.
Essentially, I mean, you went straight from pupil.
I was supposed
You
to
went
just be
straight
a
from
simple
learning-
healer.
You went straight from learning to leading and teaching, essentially.
You had to grow up very fast.
Spread your wings, little butterfly.
Very little butterfly.
This
Like
little
that movie.
butterfly has yet to find his wings.
I have a
So you're a
question.
caterpillar then. He's a cocoon.
He's a
So,
tuba.
I would like your opinion, because I respect your input.
Do you?
recruits. Sorry. I'm trying to be more leaderly because I was just publicly shamed.
That's okay. We all
Shame.
get
The
shamed
only
at some
reason he
point,
wants to be more leaderly.
especially by her.
We do
Why?
things to gain pleasure or to avoid pain, and I'm more motivated by pain than pleasure.
I
don't
went through a
think we
phase
need
like
to-
that once.
I do not want to hear about it.
It's quite an interesting
No,
story.
shut up.
Stories.
Let's
Oh,
go back
later,
to
I'll
later.
tell you later.
I'm open to your stories. I would take any input.
You had a question.
I'm open to your input.
Oh God.
Go find an inn.
No,
Beg your
no.
pardon, man?
That's on the other side of the river. We're not
Question
allowed
for
over
the DM,
there.
really quick.
Well, it's
Alright.
well, it's
In the last year and a half, has there been
right
any
in front of
word on my parents?
Yeah,
In
we're
your
up in the corner.
knowledge, you do not know the locale.
Okay.
Whereabouts.
With their state.
Out of character, neener, your parents are dead. In character. We have two jobs to consider.
If you haven't noticed, we're also on the wrong side of town for the people like
us.
us.
They haven't thrown you out so far.
True.
How
but-
long is that going to last?
Well, you guys aren't in
You're
Hightown.
a member of
Yeah,
I
we're
thought we were up in the
outside.
corner.
No, we're outside of
No,
the
the Sanctum
Sanctum
Deora is
Oh,
north of Loxford.
Oh,
okay.
shit, son, that's right.
Yeah, that building that's in the Loxford map, that's just the Legionnaires Guild.
Oh, gotcha. I was mixing them up. Okay.
The Legionnaires Guild is where you're not welcome.
No.
Oh,
no,
Hightown.
Hightown. We're
Sorry,
not,
Hightown.
we're not
You
welcome
said
in
it.
Hightown.
Oh.
High Tower. Oops.
But first, I would like to bring something up. What the fuck have we signed up for? What was that experience that we just saw in the patronage?
A woman killed her daughter and she deserved death.
And we immediately slice off her head.
Yes.
What was that?
Not immediately. I checked with 5 other people first.
We were just discussing that. In general, we will try and take care of those things in our
For future reference, Almighty Leader, please inform us when we're deciding we're going to decapitate someone right in front of a giant audience.
I mean, I guess it could
It was
go
for
slowly.
5 people.
I quite enjoyed it.
Thank
hi.
you.
I don't know if I enjoyed any of that.
Well, I found out she got a daughter, we killed her. Simple as that.
It's true.
Yeah.
To each his own.
I mean, I understand. Like I told the patronage, I understand the idea of an eye for an eye, but that seems like a waste of life. Even though it may not have been the best use of said life.
Is a life any better in prison?
Should have at least been.
I'm not used to making these sorts of decisions, so I usually throw this to the next in line.
It's good to know.
But I will consult your opinions in the future, because I do value you on my team, and if you haven't noticed, I'm in need of recruits. So,
Just
sorry.
at least warn me the next time we decide to go in front of those 5. You seem infatuated with me now. No, is there anything I may say? Is there a question you wish to ask of me?
No.
What do you want to do next? Go fearless later?
Take a vote on the
think
next
that-
quest.
Hold on. I think we should go after the sick daughter. I would say I just want to help children this time. You know, last time we found a dead children. This time we can help save a child. No? I think it's a great idea.
Show of hands. Who wants to take on the murder?
That seems to would take a lot of
We just
thinking.
did one.
Let's mix it up. Just
actually.
for
The two,
Just
yeah.
for that.
Well,
Just for the sake of it,
one,
let's
but we ended
mix
up
it up.
causing the other guy. So yeah, I would count that as a one
We just
murder.
solved
actually
a
agree with you.
murder, not committed a murder.
True.
So what do you say we go save a child?
Let's go figure out if somebody's sick. Okay.
So you guys are gonna go with the daughter that's acting weird?
Refreshing.
Yeah. So the coordinates that are given to you guys on the parchment is in Hightown.
Let's
Oh.
go.
Hightown.
I would say you have nothing to worry about because you're members of the Order and the Cross and Shield now.
Do we have any
But do
markings that
they know that?
Do we have
You're
any
with us.
markings that signify that
You're
we
with
are?
us.
Okay, all right. Sure.
Let's, actually,
We'll
you're
give it a
still
shot.
in your regular clothes. Let's get you some. What do they have? Capes. And then when they join the Order of Cross and Shield, can they
You
get
wish you
some?
put us in clothes.
Yeah.
The only place you could get Order, Cross, and Shield,
Sorry.
like clothing or armor, was at the Sanctum Draconis. The patronage,
That's
they're
kind of far away.
self-sustaining. Basically, they don't really make armor. They don't have armor. They have the clothes that they have.
So in other words, no.
It'll be fine.
Wait, what about
I'm an optimist.
what the
I-
Legionnaires Guild up in Hightown?
They may have stuff if you can get there.
I was gonna say,
Yeah, we
it's
have
in
to get
Hightown.
in Hightown, though.
So,
Well, let's
are
head there
there
and see what
guards
happens.
in
Yep.
Hightown?
There are guards at the gates.
And they are obviously not in the Order of the Cross and Shield.
Correct.
They are the local guard
Correct.
that would pass judgment and run the jails and that sort of thing. Oh,
You
no,
guys-
wait, I do that.
Yeah, you guys run the jail. They're just kind of like employees under the Order of the Cross and Shield.
Under the
They're like
Order of the
civilian
Cross and Shield.
or civilian contractors.
Imagine like you have president, patronage. Then you have governors, mayors. That's under the same government.
Okay, so I in my head, I have more authority than they do.
Yes.
In your
You'd be
head.
like-
We'll see what
You'd
happens
be like
when we
running
get
the
there.
cabinet.
Okay,
So think of yourself as the federal government, and then they're like the local police department.
Basically. Essentially, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
I need to find some balls.
Oh, grow up
I
there.
could help you with that.
Oh, God.
That was
Can you draw a map?
that's not a character.
I can try. I am quite good at the performance. I think that falls into artistry.
Oh lord.
So, do you guys want to try and get into Hightown?
Let's go
Can
see
I
what happens.
stealth?
It'll be fine.
You're going to try and stealth
What
it?
time is it?
I want to go.
Yeah, how about you stealth after we try it?
It's close to dark now.
They'll be
Ooh,
able
it's
to
close to
see
dark.
me then.
The witching hour.
Well,
Is there any pipes that
I mean,
lead
you could
into
go back.
Hightown from the river?
They'd
No.
still see
Damn.
me. They would
I'll
have
just
seen
swim up into
me.
a punch.
they know
That's
what
quite clever.
I know, right?
So, what's the plan?
to Hightown.
Hightown.
Uptown.
Alright, so you guys make your way.
Girls, they live in that uptown world.
I don't think we have the rights to that.
Wait,
To Hightown then.
so you guys make your way
It has to
south
be parody.
from the Sanctum
That's fine.
Deora, and you guys are getting to the gates of Hightown in Loxford.
So across the river.
What time of day is it?
It's getting close to dark,
Close to dark.
like that blue hour type of deal.
Twilight.
Why aren't you named Twilight?
Because she's not a goddamn pony, lady.
What? What?
That's for some of our younger viewers.
Or
Listeners,
Not.
you mean?
That too.
And so you guys get to the front gate,
And older viewers that are a fan of.
and
There.
a guard
Bronies.
comes up to you.
Thank you for the recovery.
Don't
He
want to lose
says,
that.
"Hey, what you doing here in Hightown with these creatures?"
Creatures.
These
where?
are new
Creatures.
members of the Order of the Cross and
Dare you
Shield.
call us creatures?
And you will treat them as such.
I see no creatures.
I don't see any creatures. I see
Intimidation.
people.
I tell
You know who
Nowhere
I
to
am
go stealth
when I
while
shine
he's
my
distracting
badge.
the guards.
Okay, so Dorian's gonna try and intimidate you, and you guys are gonna try and stealth.
Oh! Nat 20! I
All
at
right.
least told Nowhere to go stealth. You
Sorry.
two can do it.
You just ran off.
So
No, I
Dorian,
just like leaned over. I was like, just go stealth.
I'm like, you'll respect them as they
I would do
run
the same.
behind me.
No, I just
Shall
go
do the
stealth.
same. Try to go stealth.
okay.
Where'd they go?
So that's 20 plus.
What are you talking about?
You're a good distraction, okay?
Yeah, I tried to.
7.
Okay, so you are stealth Nowhere.
I'm 27.
I'm
You were
gonna
gonna try to intimidate this guard, right?
I'm going
Yeah.
off of Rob's intimidation. Yeah.
You what?
I'm going off of Rob's intimidation.
19 is what I rolled, plus be charisma, so 22.
That would have been a nice
22.
Yeah,
And he's like, well, hey, I mean,
holding my badge.
you okay, I didn't know they were part of the Order of the Cross and Shield. Okay?
Just recruited today. but
You
they've
and
done
your
well.
I'm 20.
Two
I got
friends.
23.
the girl and the fishman can come in, alright?
Did you just call me Fishman?
You gone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we both stealth.
Yeah, Zephyr and both Nowhere
Well, this is all of us, so thank you very
disappeared
much.
as you were distracting this guard, and he's like, you two come in. And so you guys get into Hightown.
I feel like a senior
Awesome.
ranking detective.
So as you guys get into Hightown, you guys can see that it's kind of like that time where people are coming. They're coming down from work. They're starting to just put things away, close shop or whatever. You guys can see kids playing. They're like, Argento, dexterity saving throw.
What?
23.
23. And so a tomato flies right by you, and you hear a kid say, "I didn't think you were that fast, you gillneck."
I wouldn't kill him.
Children.
You want to make a good impression so that you gain their respect and eventually do not incur tomatoes. And you, little boy,
Little
Dexterity saving throw, Dorian.
Sheathing my sword.
oh, I swear to God, I'm going to fucking kill a child. Oh, please let me get this deck save so I don't go into a rage. Can I have rage?
That's a
No,
barbarian
you're not a
trait.
barbarian.
That's a 7 on the roll and a deck save. No.
It's okay, I rolled a 2.
Okay, good. Thank
So
God.
you're looking at them, yelling, like talking to Argento, saying, "Hey, you need to respect these kids, earn their respect." And they throw a
Jesus
tomato at you, and
Christ.
they're like, "Whoo! You guys are a bunch of quick guys!" And they all run off.
Oh, darn.
We'll just let that go. Okay?
If they throw another one, I would have caged them. They would have been trapped for an hour.
Oh, well,
so.
thank you. Thank you for.
And so you guys get past that whole debacle of children being rude. And you guys make your way through Hightown, and you guys eventually get to the house that was labeled in the parchment for the notice board.
Here we are.
And from the outside, you can hear screaming.
That sounds good. What kind of screaming are we listening to?
It's kind of like
Hold on a second. Kind of like that?
yeah,
What else is it like?
No.
basically that.
Okay. Can we get that again?
No.
No,
We knock on the door.
Does it sound... Is that the child? Does it sound like a child?
yeah,
to
it
me?
sounds like a younger
Is
person.
there an alleyway on the other side of this house? Is it like
Yeah,
Yeah,
house,
for the two stealthy
alleyway.
people here.
house?
Yeah, there would be like a back.
So I would saunter my way around the corner with my hands on my ears like this.
Okay.
Because
So
I'm guessing we would have been there this.
Do you make a
about
clock
a bit
when
faster
you
than
walk?
No, I can actually keep that
That's cool.
under control.
He wears
Good
socks.
Except for when I get excited.
Do you slip socks on when you do a stealth check?
I find offense to that, sir.
I'm
My
just
boobs are
asking.
beautiful.
This is out of character.
But yes, sometimes I do. But they're very hard to find.
So Zephyr decides to go around the house to the
No,
alleyway.
he comes out from the
I
alleyway.
come out from the alleyway around to where they're at the front door.
Okay, so you're coming from outside, from the alleyway to the front,
Yep.
to reiterate, with your ears covered. Like, what the heck?
Someone's having a bad time in there.
Hello, is anyone home?
Sounds like it. All right.
And someone,
Fish boy goes
like-
up to knock on the door.
Someone cracks their door. They're like, "I'm sorry. Is it another noise complaint?"
No, we're here to answer your little parchment that you left over in the slums. We're here to deal with the situation that your daughter is sick. You said?
Oh, you've come to look at my daughter.
Yes, of course.
Oh, she opens the door and you can tell she's like scared. She's like shaking. Like she's been dealing with this shit for
Riggs, can you deal with this, please?
too long.
Sure.
Thank you. Let's go.
I walk up to her. I put on my very charming smile.
Oh, God.
Ma'am, we are here to help. We are of the Order of the Cross and Shield. We are here to help alleviate some of the stress in your life. Can you tell me what has happened?
My daughter is sick. I don't know what's going on with her.
Well, can you describe what her actions are, please?
She won't eat. She won't sleep. She's constantly screaming in a language I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
What language might we hear?
It's a language I don't know.
Has anybody come to take a look at her yet? Are we really the first?
No, I've seen people come outside my steps, hear her screams, and leave. Doctors and doctors and doctors don't even knock.
Is she screaming right now?
Yeah, you can hear her
Is it, so
screaming.
she's chanting? So she's like chanting there, screaming that weird language?
No, right now you can just hear her upstairs like.
Okay. Okay, because if she was speaking like the demon speech, my character can speak that.
I was going
I
to
was
say,
about to
can
say,
we
which-
do...
Yeah, wait, is it Yeah, infernal what or language abyssal?
I think we
What
all
language?
speak that.
We have to roll for
Is
that.
it- no,
Two
it's,
different ones.
yeah, there's different ones like
Yeah.
infernal, which is
Yeah,
the
and abyssal.
Yeah.
No, it's neither of those.
Oh. Wow.
That's unfortunate.
Is it common?
No. I'm in pain! No, it's not common.
Okay.
Can you take us to the child, please?
She says, I do not want to go there, but here's the keys. And she gives them to Dorian. She says, I will open the door to her. She's already hurt me before.
That's disconcerting.
All right.
The first door on the left upstairs?
Go up the stairs, take a right. It's the first door on the left.
On your guard. Please, no one try to lash out.
Alright.
There's a child.
I
Let's try
put
not
on a
to
brave
make muck
face
of
and
this.
march upstairs.
I grab her hands in my hand and I say,
Idea.
I promise we will figure out what is
I'm gonna
wrong with her and we will help her.
Home to the woman.
Thank
You
you.
want to
Oh,
Dear,
okay.
dear, what's your name?
My name is Riggs. You may call me Captain Riggs.
Thank you,
In
Captain
comfort of this
Riggs.
fish man just goes.
Right.
And so you guys start to make your way up. Who's making their way upstairs?
I started
I
going
will
upstairs.
go up
I
first.
think
I'm
Argento
doing my
wanted to
I'm doing my psychic glance
thing.
on her.
On who?
The woman.
mother.
Okay, so you do your psychic glance.
No.
Yeah.
Go ahead, make a perception check there, Argento.
No, you're fine.
15.
15. Yeah, I didn't roll good, so you got that. So you touch the mom, and you get these flashes that freak you out, and it's just a flash of screaming. It looks
Not
like
like
a
that,
woman,
please.
like a young girl, almost like being a contortionist in a bed and screaming, and that's kind of all the flashes you get.
Okay. Now I know what we're dealing with, and I relay that to them.
Yeah, we.
Okay.
So you're saying it is a girl and she's screaming
It looks
And-
like she's demented.
and the mom is having a hard time with it.
No.
Excellent. Thank you.
No.
I'm standing in front of the door waiting for Dorian
Could you
to come
tell if she was
unlock it.
married?
Well,
I followed after
I
you.
push you aside.
Nope. Okay.
I couldn't swim.
Okay.
Gently.
Whack.
Push. Gentle.
I'll go up last after everyone else.
I open the door. I slowly unlock the door. Let me specify here.
Okay.
I put the key in. I
Okay.
turn it to unlock it.
You hear silence.
Great. And I slowly turn the knob. I push it open gradually.
Okay.
I have not opened it all the way yet. I say, hello?
We should ask the girls name.
I open the door a little more.
As you open it more, you can see that there's like a young girl, like almost like how a cat would sit, just like at the edge of her bed, just staring at you. Her hair is in front of her face. Her clothes, like she has like a white dress that's dirty and disgusting.
I take my first step in, ready for anything. If it gives me any advantage to dodging her. Ready to defend myself.
Okay. So you can see she kind of creeps up off the bed and stands up and kind of is like cracking as she does it. And she starts to come at you.
Slowly?
Yeah, she's like creeping like...
Ugh. I'll step
So-
in the room beside him. Like,
To the DM,
Step.
I know how to perform an exorcism. Because my character knows how to.
Right.
Do I know how to identify when that needs to be done? By that knowledge? Obviously, I've been trained in this. So I would
Yes.
imagine...
So imagine... I would just tell you, imagine the stereotypes of most movies with exorcisms. They don't like the words of holy... They don't like holy words. They don't like holy symbols, holy water. Those are your general first signs of a possession.
Okay. I can't just, like, look and know.
I mean, you probably could if you did perception.
Do a quick
check.
Perception check.
I would also like
that's-
to do a perception check.
You're like, oh boy. Looky here. Roll an 8 plus 4 is 12.
10.
Cool. You guys look at her and you can see her skin is similar to when you guys were studying stuff at the Sanctum Draconis. Some of the signs they told you to look for was skin paling up and the veins just discoloring down the face and down the neck. Almost like a massive ethereal infection or something like that. So visually, you have an idea that this young lady is probably possessed.
Okay.
I take a few steps back and close the door. Take a minute to
You just
talk.
left me in the room.
No, you're in there. You're behind me.
No, I sidestepped past
Yeah, she
you
stepped
so I
past
could
you.
Oh,
see
wow.
something
I'm so sorry.
So you just closed the door with Britta inside of
I
there.
use force cage.
I
on the
locked
girl.
it. I was like, you got this.
You use force cage?
I use force cage on the girl to
Okay.
contain her.
I need to listen better. I think is what it comes
It's
down
okay,
to.
I got this. I'll just exercise her myself. Except I don't.
Sorry to those listening out there that are reasonably frustrated with me.
So Britta force cages the young girl.
Okay.
And-
Oh, I open it back up. I hear that. I know that sound. Sorry. You said you wanted to handle this, right?
We obviously don't know this language.
Would we know if that's infernal or abyssal?
You
So-
guys wouldn't know.
I guess you're gonna have me add Latin
Hold on.
to my list of languages. So making me.
Plus,
Hold
you're
on.
not
Spells
there
in.
far enough to actually hear what's
I was right next to her.
I'm
Oh, you're both in there?
No, I wasn't in the room. I'm out
Oh,
in the
you're just
hallway.
outside.
Doors
Yeah.
open now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's
Come
saying
on
that
in.
it's not abyssal or
Oh,
infernal.
okay.
Water.
I was about to say, because if it's infernal, yes, I do know it.
You got any of that?
Nope.
I try to
You can see
understand
she's,
her.
like, clawing your force cage. You can understand her, yeah.
What's she saying?
She's basically saying stuff like, "You'll burn in hell. You're nothing here."
She's speaking in Latin?
Yep.
Oh, that's a good thing I'm fluent in that.
Well,
in real life.
Most of the time,
Sorry.
most times the demons and stuff here in this world that you guys are playing in recognize what you speak and will try to insult you in the language of that.
Hey, demon. Looking it in the eyes.
He's me healed.
Do you want to speak common for the rest of us?
She like jumps at you.
You're in a cage.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, that was a good catch.
Well, you left me in here with a demon.
I step into the room.
I thought you were behind me. You're just so fast.
Push past me.
What's the
All right.
saving throw again, Britta?
It's only if they can interdimensional or something else travel.
Like teleport?
Yeah.
This,
Charisma, correct?
Yeah, blah, blah, blah.
it looks like this girl's possessed to me.
Yes, charisma saving throw. If they want to teleport or interplanar.
Do you say that loud enough so we
I
can
do.
hear? You do?
Okay, good, thank you.
So,
Have any of you ever seen a demon?
I rolled
so
a
from the
19.
bottom of the
Yes.
stairs, I go, do you need an old priest or a new
What's
priest?
my spell DC?
Are you both priestesses?
No, she's a demon herself, and I kill demons for a living.
Tiefling, sir.
I'm here too.
What, are you offended?
What's my spell
Sorry.
I'm being led by an idiot.
I think
No,
your
he's
spellcasting
doing
ability
great.
is business.
You said you knew
I believe so.
You know how to do an
No.
exorcism?
No.
No,
It's
I killed
14.
demons.
Do you think
14?
that's the demon?
Okay, so I beat you because I got 19.
So,
And so,
what was...
Dorian,
Are you
as you're
priest?
looking
You're
at
saying
this, as you're looking at this young lady, you can see that her face kind of like stretches with an ethereal hand that pulls out and like pulls her out of the force cage, and she kind of like teleports. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving
Oh my.
throw, Dorian.
Oh. Dex save. 19.
I got a 3. So she jumps at you, and you kind of step aside. She leaps past you.
Woo!
And she,
Grab her!
Unsheathing my sword.
Grab her! No, grab! Grab! Not... Do you... Let's see you... No. let's
Britta,
not see you
dexterity
grab her.
saving
God
throw.
damn it.
I'm saying grab her tonight. Notice.
I closed the door.
Oh,
19.
19. So who's in the room now? Is it Dorian and Britta?
It's me too.
And Argento? Dorian, Britta, and Argento. Nowhere to close the door on you guys. And you got 19?
Yeah.
Okay, you also jump out of the way.
I would like to
Listen.
attempt to like tackle her.
I'm not.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength
I'm
check.
really kind of like so I shouldn't have hurt her too much.
I go ahead and
Strength, 11.
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Alright, so you go ahead and you tackle her to the ground. Go ahead and make a strength saving throw, though.
So
13.
Not but not nice.
13. I got 19. So you tackle her to the ground, and she kind of looks you in the face, and is like, and she kicks you off of her, and you fly off of her like upside down into the wall behind you guys,
Ew.
landing.
We just
prone.
hear a thud. It's like, oh, it
And
must
she
be
looks
going well in
over
there.
at Argento. She kind of does her contortionist thing. She like does a back bend to stand up and looks at you.
Ooh, that's creepy.
Dexterity saving throw, Argento.
Do not
21.
hurt her.
21.
21. Okay, you'll beat me. You move out of her way as she jumps at you, and now
Do not.
she's kind of in the corner.
I've seen enough. I cast Exorcism. I'm pretty sure there's a demon in there.
Okay, good. Okay.
Forget his log.
So she's in the corner. So what do you want to do?
She
What
be
do
my
I need to roll for that?
Target must roll a charisma saving throw an amount of times equal to its challenge rating. That would seem... whatever, you wrote it. So, what's its challenge rating?
1.
Make a charisma saving throw that many times. Sorry, times 3. What? Wait. Target not rock charisma saving amount of times equal to the challenge rating. 1
At
charisma
this
saving
point, I
throw,
make
please.
my way up to the door and I put my ear against the door to
Okay.
hear what's going on here.
We're talking about rules.
He's like, how do I exercise? How do I exercise?
This is what I say to the team.
Memory. Fuck!
Upon a success, it remains possessed. Upon a failure, the target is no longer possessed, and the creature possessing the target is driven from their body. And I will take levels of exhaustion based on the creature's challenge rating. There's a chart below.
Alright, so I roll 1 dexterity saving throw.
Hold on, let me look up something really cool in Latin to say while I'm doing it.
Sweet. Love it! So, I have to roll a charisma saving throw, correct?
Yes. Against my, what's that, my spell save DC?
I rolled a 10.
You needed... Any judges want to weigh in what they need?
13 or 14.
Something like that. My spell save DC is a 14.
So 10
14.
does not win.
So there.
So,
The
okay,
demon is driven from her body.
So go ahead and do your spell, the verbal part.
Per potentiam diveteris id circo precipio. I hope I'm saying this right. Tibi ut ab hoc vasa per preciosa. Tuatem de anime viventis et ab hoc. You want to be growling while I'm doing this? Planum tenebris. Et revertetum ad dominum tum. Et vade viventem. Et vade viventem. Et vade viventem.
As you do that, you finish your spell. You see her body go limp on the ground and kind of lift a little bit. From her body comes this spirit or vessel. Everybody roll for initiative that's in the room.
Start the fight music.
8.
17.
Okay, hold on. So we already got 8.
Do you have +2 initiative?
That's what
Dexterity.
Jensen, you got what?
If you have dexterity modifiers.
Include
yeah.
my +2.
Okay. What'd you get, Dorian?
17.
And then Nora and Zephyr, you're outside the room, correct? Okay, go ahead and roll just in case you do enter the room at some point.
Please enter.
What'd you get, Nora?
14.
18.
You don't have a dex mod?
Oh, sorry.
17. 17, sorry.
Okay. Boom. Get that in
I
there.
keep forgetting how initiative works.
Alright, Dorian, you're up.
I pull a garnet from my pocket
The pocket garnet. That's a spell.
and I throw the garnet at the demon.
Ooh.
What?
I cast Esoteric Prison.
Okay.
I'm assuming I'm
Unable.
Would you
unable.
like to
I
know
should
what's going
probably
on
have
there?
assessed what it is first.
No, I think
Yeah.
I can hear something.
This it's very what
Does that mean
yeah. I guess I'm throwing it.
I'm really good at this?
Okay, go ahead.
I'm sure you are.
Can catch a creature. Challenge rating equal to 1/4 my level.
Okay, which is
2.
Two.
You put me at 2. I
so
hope, and it's a
1/4 of
half.
2.
Half.
It's a what's the word? Challenge rating of 1.
Fuck. I should have assessed that before I made that decision.
So you threw your garnet. And what do you do now that you've thrown your garnet? And I'll let that be a free action.
You could at least aim for its head.
Oh, I'm gonna throw it at the head of
You
the
already threw it.
at the demon.
Yeah.
Okay, and
You
nothing
threw-
happened.
Yeah.
And I go, okay. I'll pull out my mystic blade.
Okie dokie. Go ahead.
Ovos omnes qui pastis per viam.
And your mystic blade comes out of thin air in your
That's
hands.
as a bonus action, so I'll make an attack on it.
Okay, go ahead and do that.
Would you let me add a modifier to this attack roll? Because if it's just a regular sword,
It's a sword attack, so you add your modifier same as you would a regular weapon.
I don't have one. But if
Because your strength is
because it's
0.
a spell, would you consider me using my spellcasting ability modifier?
Technically, because it's a melee weapon still, you still would have to use your strength, but you should have proficiency in it at least.
I do. I hope I'm not summoning a weapon that I'm not proficient in. But I don't
Because I know you have, what, a 0 strength modifier?
So you have at least a plus 2.
Can I use Dex instead of Strength?
Is it a finesse weapon?
Let's see.
I think
Falchion.
I think a falchion
Quick
is just
rule
like
check. Falchion, finesse weapon.
There you go.
Weapons list.
I feel like it might be.
It is a magic weapon, or it's a magical. It's in the equipment
Going through the
section.
book at the speed of light.
right.
Please
No.
stay with us. We swear we know what we're doing.
Weapons. Falchion. It's not in the list because you decided. What do you want to treat it as?
Yeah, let's go ahead and make it same as longsword.
Okay, because that's what I kind of pretty much did, anyways.
Yeah, because it's a heavy sword.
Yeah, because it's a
Yeah, it wouldn't be. Yeah, its base has heavy.
So we're
it
not
would be
going to
finesse.
make it a versatile.
No, it's versatile.
It's
but not
versatile.
I mean,
finesse.
versatile, but not
Finesse.
Not finesse.
Well-
finesse weapon. So I can't use my Dex modifier instead of a Strength modifier
Correct.
for my attack. Okay. So it's -1 to the attack roll.
Good.
Because I am a weak caster. But I can heal you all when you're dying, so remember me.
Yeah, honestly, I'm cool with that.
We're cool with that.
Cool with that.
You're in the hallway.
We are.
My ear is next to the door though, so I
Oh, so
hear
you know what's going on.
But I get to add proficiency, I guess. So it's
+2.
19 to hit.
Heck yeah! So that will hit.
Good deal.
Go ahead and do your damage.
1d8.
Are you using one hand or two hand with it?
One-handed. Two-handed. Two-handed.
Because if two handed,
Definitely
you do more damage.
two-handed.
Because it's a heavy.
Yeah, you do more damage.
Yes,
Too.
I specified that beforehand, I recall.
That's good. Yeah.
Sorry, looking up the text for it real quick. Wasn't sure if there's anything. The nature of the damage.
Hey, that's okay.
It is. Sorry. Here.
It's cool, new characters. Who dis? It's fine. We're all learning. It's okay.
Feeling cute today. Might TPK my character's leader. I don't know.
I'm very, very close to asking.
Do you not have it?
It's just slashing damage? It's not even magic?
No, it's a magical weapon.
That is a magical
2d4
weapon. Oh, sorry,
slashing.
right. Okay. 2d4.
2d4 slashing.
I figured it'd be 1d10 if I were.
If it's one-handed, yes.
If I'm doing.
This is classic. This is the only one I could find, but it is homebrewed, and it says with two-handed it is 2d4 slashing. But if it is magical, that would be at the DM's discretion.
I think I'd rather use the.
Longsword? Yeah, just use a longsword.
Because then I'm looking at 1d10 instead of 1d8.
Yeah, it's
I
1d.
feel like my average
On
is
one
so
hand,
light.
it's 1d10 too.
Okay. We'll roll a d8. -1.
And this is how homebrewing works,
D10.
folks.
D10.
Right?
It's field testing.
2.
2 damage?
I subtract my strength modifier from that?
You shouldn't.
Okay. Right?
If the negative is only to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you hit, it's.
That's how we play anyway.
But you would, I think, no.
Damn it.
I thought you would add your proficiency to it as well, since you're proficient with it.
You have the weapons to do it.
Yeah.
I do, but that would be under an attack.
We know how to play them.
Yeah, right? I've swung a sword before, but
Have
it's
you?
been a while. Attack modifier, attack roll. Sorry. God. You can cut this all out, right?
Yeah, I will.
Yeah, at this point it's...
It's what I do.
176, 177.
In a book.
Add your strength modifier to your attack roll and your damage roll when attacking the melee weapons, which is a melee down. If I'm adding it, yeah. Shit.
So
1
you do-
damage. After all that.
Good God.
Take this, fiend!
Okay, Argento, you're up.
Okay. My sword.
Is it bloodied?
No, you swung at it, and you kind of, when you swung at it, you saw it kind of slightly cut its ethereal body, and it kind of reformed back
Okay,
into itself.
what does this demon look like? I'm just curious.
You can do a perception check.
Okay.
That's a good idea. Yeah, you should look at it like I didn't.
16.
16?
Yeah.
This is what it looks like.
Oh, great.
Oh, so it's definitely not the
Dandy.
thing that killed Argyle. Got it. Long story.
Long story.
It's a backstory.
No problem.
Do we know what this is? Do I know what this is?
Yes, you do.
What is it?
It's a specter.
It's a specter. Go to that page of your monster manual now if you're following along at home.
That page. No, it should be.
It is.
Yeah.
In fact, that's the exact.
So you're up,
for it.
Argento.
All right. My swords are again sheathed.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack this thing while talking to it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, God.
Go ahead and make your attack.
12.
Yeah, this is
12 will hit.
Yeah. Okay. 12 damage.
12 damage.
12 damage.
Okay, so you go and you hit with your. Are you two-handed it?
Yeah, I'm too.
So you two-hand it, and as you do, it goes like right through it, and it almost like separates its body around your blade as you go through it,
Man,
coming back together,
You're a weird fella.
taking no damage.
I want to know what I'm curious on how to do that. So, how do you do that? By the way, how do you do that?
And it looks at you,
Wait, no
Let's not talk right now.
No need to get hasty. I just want to know.
and it's getting aggravated by you.
Alright,
and it's going to attack you.
Because you talk too much.
Still
So,
sitting on the floor. On the road.
will 14 hit you?
Nope.
So it goes to hit you, misses, kind of claws at you.
Oh.
Britta, you're up.
Okay. Having seen that, I will not use a physical weapon. I don't really have much else that I can do, though. First, I will get up off of the floor where I was laying.
Are you attuned to your arcane sentinel weapon?
Yeah, of course I am.
So
She's had it
remember,
for a year.
remember the attunement with your weapons
Yeah, I was looking at the
does
the
make
runes.
them magical.
I thought it was just for the runes.
You're right, since he's negative.
Do I need spells?
So if it's imbued with magic, can it
Yep, so once you attune to your weapons as an arcane sentinel, they become magic weapons.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll attempt to hit it with my lasher.
Alright.
You lose some.
It's plus strength, right? Or
Yep, plus strength and proficiency for your attack, and then for your damage, it's just strength, right?
yeah. So
You're the DM.
Yeah.
well, a 5 hits.
A 5 will not
I
hit.
did not think so.
So you pull your lasher out and you go to hit, and you miss.
I'm disoriented
Hold on, I have
from
a
being
question.
thrown against the wall.
So could a magical weapon pierce this? Could like attack it? Because my sword is magical.
Your sword is not magic.
Yes, it is. It is, but the class says it is magical. At first level, you gain this blade.
Really?
Yes, you want me to read it to you?
You
See,
gave
you're
that
supposed
to
tell me
him.
That stuff.
No, but yeah. If you want me
So
to read
then,
it
yes. So then you should have let me know,
to you. My bad.
because now you're 12 damage going back.
New
I said-
characters. New characters.
I sent you pictures of the class. Did you not get
I
them?
read everybody's class. That's a lot
Did
of
you?
info.
Did
Did you? Then you would have known. Then you would have known. It says.
That's a lot of info. So your 12 damage from earlier will apply.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Big ass ring, dude.
Plus one. Plus one for his, so together since taking 13 damage.
Alright, Dorian, you're up again.
That was fast.
There's only 3 of you in the room.
I guess so.
Did you give them a chance to enter just in case?
Would you like to come
I
in?
have no intention of going.
Oh,
I can't do
When I
much,
hear
so-
it get dire, then we'll go in. I'll be the hero.
With my offhand, I'll cast Firebolt at it.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
10 to hit.
10 will not hit.
No, it will not.
So you go to fireball, flies right past it.
You send
Argento, you are up.
Well, now I can actually, attack this thing.
Yep. So we have all the information necessary.
I sent you pictures to the class. You were supposed to read them.
I tried my best.
It literally says at first level you gain this weapon. Out of a martial weapon of your choice. Well,
Cool.
yeah, you don't care. Attacking it again while talking to it.
Okay, what did you roll?
Oh, I haven't done that yet. 16.
16 will hit.
10 damage.
10 damage. Alright, so you do your 10 damage.
What?
And when you do,
That's nice.
you
Congrats.
swing it, and it like hits its shoulder, and you pull it, and it goes right through it, and it kind of
Hello. Woo! I did something.
and disappears into thin air. Gone.
I burst in with my weapon drawn. Have at thee, fiend!
I do an insight check. See if I can tell if this guy is just trying to put on a good show.
I go check on the little girl
Yeah,
laying
I
on
was
the
about to say,
ground.
can I push Riggs over and just walk in?
Yeah, so you push him
I
aside,
rolled
and you
a
walk
3, so
through.
I'm sold, I'm sure.
And then I make a beeline to the girl as well.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
you make a
right.
beeline to the girl, and she's laying there still passed out. When you get up to her, though, you notice that her skin is no longer pale from what they saw, and that the veins have sort of receded back into the body healthily, and she doesn't look as crazy as she did.
Is she wounded in any way? Can I tell?
Or is she just
hurt?
Yeah, or is
She's
she
not
just-
wounded.
She doesn't look as crazy as she did.
Yeah.
So she still looks kind of crazy.
Well, yeah, she's in a messed up dress, and her hair's all frazzled.
She probably hasn't bathed in a month.
But there are no wounds or anything?
No, not as far as you can tell.
Okay.
Can I check?
You can check.
What do you want me to roll for that?
You can roll an investigation or perception.
Not a medicine?
I'll let you do a medicine if you want.
Checking for wounds. You're so cautious.
Oh, God.
I will also do medicine.
7?
I got a 14.
Not high enough, but you guys don't see anything wound-wise on the body. It's almost the body went back to its condition it was before whatever happened.
I'm gonna pick the little girl up and carry her over to her bed.
Can you carry her?
Shut up.
Strength check.
No, remember, this isn't a Nunya.
I still don't have any
She's
plus
still
to strength, though. I got a 15.
Cool. So Britta is able to lift the girl up and set her on her bed. As she does, the little girl kind of starts to come to. It's like, where am I?
I run downstairs. Hello, lady, we got it done. It's done. Your daughter's fine. She's alive, I think.
Okay, I hear him. I'm like, oh no. And I follow after him.
Okay, so Nowhere and Argento run downstairs, and Argento basically says, "Your daughter's fine. I think she's alive." And so Britta, Dorian, and Zephyr are still there with the girl, and she's just doesn't know. She's where am I?
You're in your bed.
You're safe now.
This is your room, isn't it?
I was having a nightmare.
And the nightmare's over. You're awake now.
I feel like I've been on a long trip, but it was always dark.
A bender? I believe.
Do you have water on you,
I
Dorian?
do. I'll offer her some water. That's a nice idea. Yeah, I'll hand her over. Here, drink this.
So you give her some water. She kind of tries to drink it, but she's very weak, and her
I
throat
help
is
her
dry.
a little bit. It might be pretty full.
And so
It's
she gets a
heavy.
good drink, and she's just like, I feel so tired. Like I've been using my body for so long, yet I was asleep. What happened?
Are you at full HP? I cast Cure Wounds on her for good measure.
Okay,
It's a 1d8.
go do your thing.
Little girl, are you at full HP?
I don't know what that means.
Just missed the table.
Okay, half the time I'm throwing it too hard, and it bounces back off the table. Support us on Patreon so we can buy a bigger, nicer, dedicated gaming table.
No plugins at all.
It gets to stay at my house.
Roll your dice.
That's 1 health. plus my modifier, right? I think that's right.
So.
Who knows? I don't know how to heal anybody. I just say I do.
Apparently.
Who do you?
It's 3.
Oh, it's 1d8 plus 7. 8 points if she's got any space.
Yep, you can see she kind of gets a little more energized after you do your thing.
Caro mio bed.
And this aura kind of comes from your hands a little bit, kind of rejuvenates her a tiny bit, and she starts to feel a little stronger.
Credi mia men.
That's Italian.
Senza di te.
And she basically keeps asking you, like,
Languisce il cor.
what happened to me?
Don't
You're
worry.
better
It was just a bad
You're
dream.
not there.
I know.
Try to sleep.
I don't want to sleep again. The last time I went to sleep, I didn't wake up until now.
That's why we're here.
Okay, where's my mother?
We'll get her for you.
She should be coming up the stairs shortly,
Yeah,
I would hope.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just as she says that, Mom comes up with Argento nowhere, and she runs over, and she's just like, my darling, my darling! I was so worried for you. I love you.
I stand up and I brush myself off. And I approach her and I say, all in a good day's work, man.
And she turns to you, she says, I don't know how to repay you. Captain, correct?
Captain Riggs.
Captain
Yes.
Riggs.
Money
This
will
is
do.
all I have. And she gives you
Thank you.
a silver piece.
Nope. I snatch it up.
Damn it. Dexterity saving throw between you two. Or check. Not throw, check.
I see it happen and I'm like, I should probably say something,
Maybe.
but I don't. Tips are never expected, but always appreciated at the Order of Cross and Shield.
Right.
Well,
I got a.
Times are tough.
That is doing a dexterity is your modifier plus your roll.
we're just.
Yeah, just your modifier plus your roll.
Hold on. 12.
10, damn.
So you go to grab it quickly, Argento, and you miss it barely because Zephyr's just quick with it. Took
Thank
the
you,
silver
Mom.
piece from her. She says, we need more
That was
heroes.
fast.
We need more heroes like you. I must send thanks to the Onyx Society in your behalf. Your company is so great.
The Onyx Society?
Oh, I know what that is.
That's obviously where you're from.
No, we are the Order of Cross and Shield.
I'm.
What?
No,
Am I familiar with the Onyx Society?
Yes.
What is it?
What's their
They are
thing?
basically another smaller guild of like demon hunters who try to do the same thing the Order of the Cross and Shield does on a smaller scale, more in the shadows.
Are they...
They're
When
not.
were you going to tell me about them?
Right
Have you
now.
asked?
Right now.
And so she says, yes, I must send thanks to your people.
Well, you can thank the Order of the Cross and Shield.
I didn't know you were still out there helping.
We get that a lot, man.
We're rebuilding.
Well, then I shall
It's a long road.
send much thanks to the Order of the Cross and Shield.
Spread our name. Let the people know.
And what's your name?
Dorian.
Dorian. I will take care of them, kind leader.
You're welcome. I'm glad I could help.
I let it go because I'm not in the mood to correct this woman.
I grab her hand and I bow in front of her.
Yes, Captain. My captain. We have other people to save. Murders to solve.
My idea.
Do I have any, like, post-exorcism tips to offer the woman? Plenty of water, plenty of rest.
Basically,
Fluids, take it easy. Take 2 of these, call me in the morning. I pick up my garnet off the floor.
Do we have any resources to post a guard or something outside this house just for a couple days to make sure something come back?
you would have to ask Dorian that, but unfortunately I'd have to answer for him that the answer is not currently. The Order of the Cross and Shield resources are very low. And out of game, you guys know that, but in game, they haven't told you how bad it is.
Okay.
So your character's
don't really know
Okay.
how bad things are.
Ma'am, if you don't mind me asking, when did this start?
This all started about, let's say, 2.5 months ago.
2.5 months like this?
Yeah.
When did you post that bill? I only just saw it.
Every week for 2.5 months.
That's hopes.
And this other order that you mentioned, they didn't send anyone?
Oh no.
That's awful. You know,
Yes, I thought that you were who they sent, but obviously not.
obviously not.
Obviously not.
Curiouser
Obviously
and
not.
curiouser.
Oh my god.
Was there any event in particular that started this, or that you can tie it to this? How did she come in contact with this demon? Oh, by the way, she was possessed by a demon. We exorcised it and killed it. Don't worry, it's fine now. But how did she come into contact with this?
A demon? I have no clue.
Not necessarily a demon, more of just a undead. It's not actually in the
Like an
demon
undead spirit.
section, for the record.
It's like an undead demon spirit.
Yeah,
Spirit.
a medium undead, chaotic evil type, that sort of thing.
That makes sense. I don't know what any of that.
A no good Nick.
A no good, yeah. I don't know. She did take one trip outside of Hightown into the forest to go play with a friend, and I got very furious with her. And after that is when things started acting different.
Do you know where in the forest?
I don't know exactly where. I found her in the Grey District because I was furious.
Lots of stuff happening in the Grey District.
And you said you were
Whoa.
furious.
Whoa.
I told her,
We are far more
Captain, I
progressive
told
than
her how dangerous that forest is and the slums. The people there are just miscreants. And I don't know what she thought she was doing down there. And obviously she went down there and contracted some sort of spirit demon. The way teens do.
Of course. Yes.
A little side question. Is this woman at all, upset at the three of us being in her home?
Honestly,
After
I think she's so frantic that she's noticed, but she's just like,
Okay.
Horns, whatever.
not really. Yeah, she's just like,
Feels that's okay.
a lot going on. She's been
Gotcha,
dealing
okay.
with this possession for 2.5 months, so she's kind of just like,
Do your
Right.
scales shed all over the place?
No.
Okay, good.
This
I don't know.
this anger, this fury that you held for her, have you felt it before? Is it a regular anger, or is it just because she was in that dirty slum district?
it was just because she was in that dirty slum district in the forest.
I understand. Okay.
No.
Thank you, ma'am.
Interesting.
Well, we'll make note of that in our quest logs. And should you need any more help, please let us know with the Order of the Cross and Shield.
Of course, yes, of course.
One.
I will make sure to give her a good scolding once you leave.
I wouldn't be too hard on her.
Give her some time. She's been through quite a lot. I understand the slums is a
And
dirty,
if she
dirty
would have
place.
listened to me, she
I-
wouldn't have gone through such a hard time.
Yes, but we all make mistakes. We're only human. You've probably made some yourself.
Well, I'm human. Can't say much for you.
I have one final question.
Whoa. I say to her. Whoa. What year is it, lady?
946, of course,
Good to know.
of the Third Era.
I thought you said 947 last time we did this.
Shut up. Her friend. Did she ever mention a name?
No. It's all a bunch of group of people from the school.
Where exactly did you find her in the Grey District?
She was.
Next to the pile of shit or the pile of dead bodies? Just kidding.
I found her, and she was trying to buy some disgusting slum fish.
Slumfish. So by the fishery.
Yes,
If you could call
she
it
was
that.
at the vendor trying to buy some
Wait.
fish.
That's where the mother said she was. That's what she said she was doing when the doctor went missing. So we have to talk to the fisherman. Okay.
How fishy.
I think you've had enough excitement for one day. I think we should be going.
I really do think you should be going.
Thank you for your time. Come on, guys.
So you guys exit the house. She closes the door behind you. Yep, you guys successfully did your first exorcism. Zephyr was the hero.
Not too bad.
Hey,
I got the demon out.
I killed it.
He got the killing
You
blow.
got like all of the damage on it.
I did one. It's more than you did.
No, but Riggs is the hero,
I'm
guys.
the hero.
Our brave captain.
Rightfully so.
Out of the corner of your guys' eye, actually, roll a perception check, everybody.
We're out in the street now.
Yep.
Woo, 21.
15.
14.
20.
Yeah, 14.
Out of the corner of Britta's eye, she's seen somebody who was kind of creeping in one of the alleyways, looking at you, and turned away.
I can tell that he's like watching us.
Yeah.
I turn and confront the individual. Say, you there, sir.
What are you doing?
And as you do that, you can hear steps quicken, like as they took off running in the alley.
I run after him.
Okay.
Where is she going?
I cut it. Wait. What's going on? Where are you going?
All right, so you go to run after this person,
Hello?
and you cut the same corner that they did, and as you do, you can see them turn another corner, going down the alley.
Brave leader, it would seem one of your infantry have run off.
Sorry,
Britta,
guys.
where are
Well,
you going?
follow her.
Can we get a drawing of a satyr shrugging?
I don't know.
I'm not the captain. I'm just the captain. You're great.
I suppose you should probably follow her.
That's a good idea.
I think he was being condescending.
No.
Britta, dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
20.
Britta, oh,
Not a nat
yeah.
20, but I got a 20.
I got 22.
Oh.
I know. I was like, you're
Mm.
close.
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Jesus.
Britta.
Jesus.
Are we coming up on her?
23.
Oh, and she rolled a natural
Nat
20.
20.
Yeah.
All right, so you get hit by what seems like a gardening tool, and it knocks you prone, but it doesn't knock you out. And you hear somebody,
5'5" me has some guts.
and you hear somebody say, "Next time you follow me, I'll bring your death," and they take off again.
Can I try and like snag him with my whip? Like
You try
around
to-
the ankle?
Go ahead and make a dexterity check.
Oh.
That one.
That one.
Nat 1.
From a 20 to a
Okay, so you're laying on your back.
Sorry if I
You go to whip him and catch his ankle, but instead you wrap it around your own foot and take damage equal to whatever your damage is for your lasher.
I just used my regular bullwhip, not my lasher.
Okay, go ahead. You do damage for your bullwhip then.
Sure.
Sure. You did say lasher.
No,
No,
I
she
said
said
whip.
Oh,
She
did
said
you?
whip.
Yeah.
Whip it good. Okay, so then do damage to your foot equal to your bullwhip.
Do not.
Sadly, it's not
I think it's a
non-lethal
D4.
anymore.
Probably. Hang on, let me pull it up.
Oh, we do need to go back and bury the body at some point.
We did.
We're
I was
like-
going to bring that up
We're
when
just
we ran
walking
away.
after her, right? We're not running.
No.
I wasn't walking after her.
I wasn't. I was just like, what the fuck's going on?
You were just like,
I suggested we
should
go
check
after
that
her,
out.
and then I was informed that you were being a dick.
Okay, yeah, it's just a 1
Playing off
d4.
of your joke.
1.
Cool, so you do
my.
1 damage to your foot. And
rolled
you
a
hear the
D20
steps.
for damage.
No, I rolled.
Oh, okay. They were just next to
I
each
happened
other.
to roll a 1
And
on
you hear
both
the
of them.
steps fade until you no longer hear running steps.
come around the corner. What happened? Are you okay?
I'm disentangling my ankle from my whip sheepishly, and I request Dorian to please use Cure Wounds.
What happened?
I was chasing somebody. They hit me in the
seems-
face with some sort of shovel or something.
It
I
seems
fell
something
over.
must be afoot.
I fell over. I attempted to catch him with my whip, and I obviously missed. I was kind of dazed from being hit in the head with a shovel.
Watch your whip.
Would be good.
Watch you nay-nay. I'll heal you.
Thank you.
For plenty.
Yeah, it's the same.
It's +7.
I walk over to her and I offer my hand to pull her up.
Okay.
I take his hand.
I pull
Get
her
up.
up.
And I say,
We're still up.
Yeah, we're still out in front of this house going,
Yeah, Argento and Nora just kind of stayed where they were. Zephyr and Dorian were the only ones that went to go see what happened.
As the fearless leader, I must always be with my army at all times.
Oh, and after I got hit in the face with a fucking shovel, they told me that next time I chased them, what was it? I
If
would
you follow me next time, it'll bring your death.
Yeah, they'll kill me next time.
do you happen to get any distinguishing characteristics, or
Can I try and roll like a?
what color was their trench coat?
I didn't really see much of them. I was kind of just around the corner.
You can go ahead and make a history check. See what you recall. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Okay, I got 17.
It was a pretty powerful one.
Right? It was like, what?
Actually, history +4. Fuck yeah, I got 21.
All right. So you watching this person run, you saw that they had like a half cape hood thing. So they didn't have sleeves, and they had a very, very recognizable tattoo.
They had a tattoo on their forearm that I will definitely recognize if I see it again. And a cape.
No idea what it was. Was it a...
What color was the cape?
Black.
The black cape with a hood. Or the human? Probably human if they're in Hightown.
Yeah, the skin looked human, and the tattoo.
The skin looked human.
Oh, we're alone.
we are alone in Hightown.
And the tattoo was that of a bull's head in a circle.
Would I recognize what that symbol might be? Could I roll, like, history again?
You can roll history again. See if you recall what that symbol is.
Oh,
What the hell?
6.
1. You recall that this is the sigil of the Onyx Society.
It was an Onyx Society bastard. Did I hear Fishman there mention something about having been in the
I'm not
Onyx
there.
Society?
No, that was.
We're not-
that was,
No, but I can
think
go
that was
back and find
OOC.
you.
I think that was out of character.
So what do you guys do now?
Is that ONYX?
Yes.
Why would they flee the scene?
Because he tried to assassinate me.
And we did just take their contract, even though they were very, very
They were
piss
pretty
poorly.
late on that.
Yeah, it was pretty piss poorly executed.
Was this a turf thing? Is this a demon turf thing?
While they're there, I'm gonna question him about
That's
what
Onyx
happened in
Society,
the room,
right?
just so I know what happened.
Oh, so she was possessed. Don't worry about it. She was possessed. The little
asked
girl
her to
was
talk.
possessed. So she was possessed.
I'm deeply regretting my decision.
No, so she was possessed. She kind of went to attack us, more like Dorian, and then from my account,
Sound it out.
he ran out,
Sorry.
came back in after something happened.
Short version.
Oh. This is the short version.
Oh god.
So basically, Dorian performed an exorcism. Demon came out. I went to attack it, didn't do anything, and then I killed it because my weapon's magical.
I hit it once. Let the record show that I hit the demon once.
And they hit it once for 1
After
minute.
successfully performing
You're not there.
exorcism.
You're not there.
Never mind.
So what do you guys do now? You got Zephyr, Britta, and Dorian. You guys are still in the alley.
A little late
Over.
to solve a murder, but we could.
And we should probably go find our other two non-human compatriots who are now in Hightown alone.
Yeah, that's great. Where are they?
Way to go,
We
leader.
go back out.
What the hell happened there, leader?
All right, this way, folks. We make our way out of the alleyway.
All right, so you guys make your way to the alleyway, and you can see
Look
that
back the
nowhere.
way we came, where they should be.
You kind of walk in on the end of the conversation between Nowhere and Argento as he's explaining your exorcism.
And
Hey there.
I have a very, regretful face.
Nowhere,
Just
man. Barnacle boy. Let's go.
I'm sorry, I think you're mistaken. I'm not a man.
It's a song by a very famous group in the
That's a song.
in the 1860s. I'm sorry, 860s.
Oh,
Nowhere. Nobody knows Nowhere, man.
I'm too a fan of the retro music.
Nowhere woman.
Barnacle
She's
boy.
as blind as she can be.
No.
Sees
Yes,
just what
yes,
she
I am.
wants to
Do you have
see.
no follow-up questions? Yes, I am. Very aware.
Nowhere woman, can you see me?
Okay, now it's time to stop remembering.
So you guys do have one more notice board contract.
It's kind of late though.
Yeah, right now it's getting close to 9, 10
Say we
p.m.
call it a night. Head
Don't
back
we
to our
have
quarters.
a body to bury?
We do have a body
That's
to bury.
that's pro. You're right. Let's do that before we turn in. I
Yeah,
made
let's
a
do
note.
that.
Note to self.
I guess
Bury
we
the
could.
body.
Oh, I
See
can
that?
see her again.
Oh no.
It's at the top of my list.
Hello. Ooh, wait. That means that house is vacant.
Oh
That's,
god.
never mind.
We have
We
quarters.
do have a house.
That is vacant.
We have quarters of the
But-
Order
but-
of Cross and
But
Shield.
it's vacant, and there must be valuable. There must be some kind of
That
value
house is
inside.
not your property. It's property
Can we
of the
sell
state
it?
now.
Nowhere just starts walking.
Let's go back to the body. Finish up our business
Is there
there.
housing at the Legionnaires Guild?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the Order of
Hey!
Cross and Shield too, I would imagine.
Hornhead!
Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
where?
Which one?
Where?
What are you doing here
Hello, sir.
in Hightown?
Hey, human face. I distract. What are you doing here in Hightown?
Let's do. I don't know. Can we do stealth at this point?
Can we do
Everybody, group dexterity saving throw.
Motherfucker.
saving throw?
More than half must succeed to succeed.
Boy.
Oh god.
Dexterity.
8. What'd you get?
17.
I want to talk about it.
That one, sorry.
18.
I want to talk about it.
11.
7.
8.
So you guys failed.
17, what do we get?
I got an 8,
Most of us failed.
6,
Oh.
7. I got an 18.
So as that's said, each of you is grabbed from behind, essentially, and put a dagger on your throat. And this man comes forward and he says, "Now I'm going to make this easy for you. Hand over any coin that you have."
I don't have any coin. What are you talking about?
Yeah, not gonna happen. And I make an attack on the guy holding a knife to my throat, which I'm sure
Behind
is wise. Yes.
Okay, make an attack at disadvantage.
One of those elbows. Pow.
Oh, you want to do
He's
a
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Oh,
can
then
I
you
do
like
it
gonna
as well?
Swing your axe.
No.
And him seeing that, I'm going to do a headbutt to the guy behind me.
Oh,
I'm gonna just
that's a
say.
good idea.
Okay, both of you
Oh, yeah,
make
you
your
got
attacks at
horns.
disadvantage.
This was
At
a very
disadvantage?
piss poor idea from their standpoint.
Yeah,
I know where he
can-
is.
Can
He's
I
right
do
there.
that as well?
Can I do that too?
I have
Well, yeah, but you're being held. Yes, go ahead and make
Awesome.
melee attacks at
How
disadvantage.
tall
How
is
did
the
we
guy
not
holding
notice
me?
these guys coming up?
Probably 6 foot.
Hold on a second.
I'm 6.
I'm
We
gonna
didn't
elbow
really
him in
look,
the
and it
nuts.
is dark.
We have a passive wisdom, though.
We do have a passive wisdom.
Passive perception.
I do too.
So much for that.
16.
14.
At disadvantage.
I got 12.
Why did I have to remind myself?
Uh,
Oh, that'll be a 5.
I got an 11.
16.
15.
Alright, so you guys all successfully hit the person behind you.
Oh.
But they don't let go of you. They just kind of take a hit, except for Zephyr. Because of the way your horns are oriented, you headbutt back, and one of your horns goes through his eye. And now your horn is like attached to his eye socket as he's screaming like, "Ah!
I'm going to be like, Well, my friend,
Wait,
you made a bad choice, and I just
wouldn't
rip
it
it.
go into his brain?
I just rip it right off, either to the side
Depends
or
on how
straight
far
back
away.
out.
Which one?
Side.
I'm gonna do side.
So you twist your head sideways, rip your horn out of his eye socket, and you can see it kind of rip. He's still like, oh, kill this stupid Satan, kill him!
Can I do a kick at the same time as well as he's
You want to
doing
kick him behind you? Go ahead.
it? 16.
16
to hit.
kick. Oh my gosh. Okay, roll damage.
3.
Hey, that does it though. So you rip your horns out of his eye socket. As he falls back, crying about his eyes, you kick back with your hooved leg, and you break his neck, and he falls dead.
Ooh, that's not good. And I kind of shake my head a little bit, and the gore
Well, you have
and
something
viscera.
just there.
Oh, could you get it for me?
Well, not at the moment.
Okay,
I'm
so I
kind
kinda
of tied
shake
up.
it.
But,
I
you've
shake
got
it
something
off.
right there.
You shake your head and your horns, and an eyeball slides off your horn.
Yep.
Yep.
This is a nicely fun
The
crafted
guy says,
dagger. Where did
okay,
you get
look.
this?
Now we're done here. Hand over what I want. You're still clearly outnumbered.
I cast Minor Illusion.
Okay.
And I'm going to make... Let's see, so how are we oriented here? Because we have a map.
Of course you do. So I draw you a quick one with dots and circles.
That's all I need. And I want the direction that people are facing.
Well, they have us from
So
behind,
there's
so.
Dorian, Britta, Zephyr, Argento, and Nowhere. With persons behind you holding your throat, he's dead.
And one guy in the front.
No, he's got some homies.
Oh, okay, he's got 2 homies on side. Okay. All right, so we've got 8 guys we're up against here. That guy's dead?
Yeah, that's the
That's
one
right,
that,
that's right.
that
So is it 7 or 8?
Zephyr just killed. Well, now it's 7.
7.
So you're casting Minor Illusion to do what?
An ancient gold dragon appears in the sky and roars at them. Over to the side here, we'll say.
Okay. So go ahead and do your spell thingy.
I'm running out of Latin. Attendite, sies dolor meus.
And as you do that, you hear. I know this is not a good dragon sound, but you get what I'm doing. It's fine. So from the side, a large, gold dragon starts to creep through this alleyway.
Might be a little stretch for Minor Illusion, but it's fine.
It's dark. They can't tell.
Right? Yeah.
And he roars and fire kind of.
And I'll take this opportunity while they're distracted to try to break free, and hopefully everybody else takes suit. and
Same.
doesn't-
And he says, "Oh, slow down."
Yeah, that's my dragon, by the way. And I draw my weapon,
Okay,
my hand
look,
axe.
we don't want any trouble.
Yeah, you do. And I take an attack at him.
Okay, go ahead and attack him. Is this with your axe?
Yeah,
Okay.
hand axe. It's only 1d8, but whatever. Time was short. It's another -1 to it. Oh, it's +1 for the attack, -1 for the damage.
Still cancel you out.
9.
10 to hit,
10 will hit.
and 1 damage again.
She's
I might
that.
have to get you a better D6.
I thought it was a 1d8.
It's
For a
1d8?
hand axe, it's a 1d6
Oh.
-1.
So,
2.
so you do 1 damage.
I'm going for his head.
So you go to hit him, and you're trying to go for his head, but you kind of hit his shoulder on his leather shoulder pad, and it just sticks and cuts his shoulder.
I know that hurt a little.
And he kind of stares at you, and he's like, "Seriously? You have a dragon. Let us go. We won't cause you any more problems."
I wanted you to know I was serious. Yes, seriously.
Okay.
Well, hold on.
We're gonna
Why don't
go.
you give us all of your money? We're not only this dragon.
Yeah, we're outnumbered. We'll let him go.
Stop talking.
He whistles, and his dudes kind of disperse.
I was about to say I wanted to headbutt the guy that grabbed me. Again, just whack. Try and break his nose.
For good measure, my dragon flies off as I command it.
And as you make it fly off, what they failed to realize, because they already ran off, is that it's only like the front bust of a dragon that flies away.
It's only 5 square. Yeah, it's
It's a minor illusion.
no.
So you did just enough for him to creep his front half like out of the alleyway. But when you make him fly
5
off,
foot
it's
cube.
like half a dragon.
That's like a head.
Can I, as I watch them, I want to say something really cool at the same, but I don't know which one I should do this for. So instead, I'm just going to turn around to the man that I just killed and search for the dagger that he dropped on the ground.
Okay.
Do I find the dagger he dropped on the ground?
Yes, you do. It's pretty obvious.
Awesome, and I pick
It's on
up
the
said
ground.
dagger.
Cool.
Trophy.
Let's go to the inn.
Oh, I could also loot him.
Bury a
I was
body.
just gonna
Oh,
do
yeah.
that.
Can
Want
I?
to loot him?
Yeah, can I do a
little
quick
girl.
little check of him?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and do an investigation
I
check.
was gonna do
Not your kill.
Command you all to bury the body and go to bed myself.
Nope. 3.
3. So you're you're over there investigating him, trying to loot him, and you call Argento over, and you're like, "I found something, but I can't get it out of his pocket."
Argento, I seem to have found something, but I cannot remove it from his pocket.
I'm afraid.
You should be.
I give him a smile and I do it.
Trust him.
Perception?
He's great.
Perception. Go ahead and roll it.
You want me to do deception?
18.
18 was 18. He can see that you're tugging on the dude's junk, like through his pocket, like you're looting his pocket. And you're just like pulling and tugging, and you're trying to clearly mess with Argento.
Okay, then.
I fear to think what you might find by touching that, my friend.
So you guys want to go? Are you guys wanting to go to the inn?
No, we need to go bury a body.
We need to go bury it.
We gotta go bury a body.
Probably should.
Before it gets any later, I'm thinking in whatever good light we can find in the middle of the town. No. Let's go to the body.
Sure.
All right. So you guys make your way out of Hightown. You guys go across the bridge, but you guys make sure you go where you found the body. And you find that where you left the body, it's not there.
I wonder where she could have gone to.
Investigation?
Go ahead and do
There
it.
should be
Pretty
a
well
pretty
decomposing.
obvious path to follow here.
Investigation.
Go ahead.
14.
14.
I let my people
Yes.
investigate.
And
All right. So you guys are able to see that there's a bunch of tracks right around this area. Upon investigation, you also see that there's some flowers and stuff,
looks
I
like
think-
they're already
like
funeral.
plucked flowers.
Darn it. Looks like we can go. Oh, wait. Ooh, I'm going to join this funeral. Come on, let's go for a funeral. See what's going on. No?
Don't even look his way.
Does it actually look like a funeral?
I don't know. There's flowers. There's tracks.
I'm asking nowhere.
No.
Can we see a
Hey,
grave that has been
you.
dug and covered?
Yes.
Oh, here we go.
Guy,
I can.
what ended up happening with that lady?
Oh, I can tell you what happened to her.
No, shut up.
Sorry, who are you?
Shut up.
Well, the guy from earlier, I kind of gave you a hard time about coming in here and causing a ruckus with her.
Oh,
But we buried the little girl.
okay. Thank you.
Sad way to go.
We came back. We meant to take care of it, but thanks for taking that off our hands.
I understand. So, how do I arrange a visitation?
I'm sorry.
We want to go visit the mother in the prison and tell her she's no longer welcome back to the slums.
Well, she won't be coming back. So,
She's not going to Lockswood Prison?
Oh, she is, but she's never liked
Shut up!
if you don't mind. We've had a long night. Our friend here will explain it to you. I need to make my way to the inn. Or the,
Before he can say anything, I clap my hand over his mouth. Yes.
I guess he can't.
It was decided in trial to have her executed for murder.
Oh. I didn't know the Order of the Cross and Shield was in the business of executing people.
Generally, we try to avoid it, but the patronage saw fit for the decision.
Drowning a little girl. That is heinous. I think you did the right thing.
Thank you.
Even if she was in prison and she got out. I mean, she's killed one kid. What's another to her? We just wanted to let you guys know that if you ever need a haven, Grey District is open to you.
Thank you. What was your name?
Name's Raleigh.
Raleigh.
Raleigh?
No.
Raleigh.
How do you spell that?
R-A-Leigh. R-A-L-E-I-G-H.
Thank you.
Well, I have to get home. Got a long day of work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Thank you for your service.
We
It's
tried.
good to see that we have people looking out for us again.
Thank you.
I try not to say it's all in a day's work.
I
I
should
managed.
probably mention, I meant to tell you when you came back to visit, one of your friends was asking about you.
One of our friends.
Yes.
Who's that?
He didn't give me a name, but I'm sure if I describe him, you'd know him. He's got kind of a smaller build. He's probably, I'm 6'1". He's a little shorter than me, so he's about 5'9". Long black hair, kind of scruffy mustache.
Did he have a tattoo?
No tattoos.
Okay.
No. He did have a scar on his left cheek, though, if that helps.
Looking for us?
Yeah, he said he had some friends he needed to catch up with about some jewelry of sorts.
I don't have any friends.
Thank you for the information. We'll keep an eye out for
I mean, I have one.
Yeah, of course.
our acquaintance.
Well,
Of course.
6. Fuck you, too. I'm just kidding.
Right, so he walks away to go back home, basically. What do
We
you guys do?
have, we have quarters in the Order of Cross and Shield that we should head back to. That's the Legionnaires Guild.
We're not
well,
welcome.
well.
We just left
Our business here is done, so let's just get back to our quarters there and call it a night.
Okay then.
And hopefully, if we stay on our guard, we won't get jumped.
Or we
Let's
could
have
go,
somebody watching the back while we make our
or
way.
we could just go sleep in the old lady's house. You say it belongs to the state now?
It's not really the right thing to do.
I just took a dude's eye out with my horn back there, walking through that district.
But he was a thief.
Whatever.
I go
You
stealth.
can take out more eyes.
Okay,
I go stealth.
go ahead and roll for it.
Keep an eye on us as we go through the street. Where'd he go?
Can I go stealth?
I don't know, can you?
Hold on. That's a 10.
I rolled an 11.
Can I go stealth?
Fuck.
Can I go stealth?
If you want to try.
I'll go
Nope.
stealth.
I'm good. Thanks, though.
Yeah, there's
13.
your fingers? Is it bitchy?
She got a 13.
I got a 13.
We're trying on rings.
Okay.
I rolled an 11, so 13 will pass.
I go stealth.
She disappears in front of me, and I'm like, good trick.
Yeah, she kind of
I could do that if I really wanted to.
Scary lady, where did you go? Blue lady, hello? I don't know your
Come on,
name.
fish boy. Mermaid man.
Hey,
Whatever you prefer.
it's Mr. Fishboy. We've been through this.
Sorry, Mr. Fish boy. Oh, there you
Soon
are.
to be Dr. Fishboy.
So,
Dr. Fish.
so
Can we
Nowhere,
not
what are you
call
doing
me
for
fish
stealth?
boy?
Ow.
I'm sorry.
My foot.
I'm gonna just follow behind
That's a
them,
couple books.
just to, like, a couple paces behind them, just to keep an eye on everything.
That is-
Okay. So you guys going to
We're going
The
to the
inn?
guild.
The guild.
you're gonna go to the Legionnaires Guild in Hightown?
The Legionnaires Guild in Hightown, where we
The
have
inn is
quarters
also in Hightown. So.
that are not
You don't have
You
to
know,
pay for that.
however much a night.
Okay. So you guys start walking back across the bridge to go to Hightown. You guys get there. There's a different guard at the gate this time. He's like,
We're headed to the Legionnaires Guild
for what?
to spend the night where we have our quarters.
Only those who have had the Order of Cross and Shield are allowed over there.
I show my badge. My amulet.
How do I know you're really part of the Cross and Shield?
I'm going stealth.
How do I know that
Isn't
you're really
this-
a guard?
Cause look here, okay?
Look
I have
here,
the sigil
okay?
of Oxford.
And I have an amulet of the Order of Cross and Shield.
But you could be any guy with an amulet.
Yeah, you
Could be
could be
any
any
guy
guy with.
No, I have a sword
You
too.
handle this,
We
okay?
also
And he
have
goes and,
I did the
and
first
drops
one.
his sword on the ground, and he kind of goes over there, pulling up his lower pants armor.
I can't
Picks
help
it
but
up.
laugh
He's
at
like,
him.
"See, look here. See, this is my sword."
I take it out of his hand.
He says, "You know why I'm on the night shift? Because I'm the best god we have."
I feel bad for him. So I turn the sword around. I'm about to hand it back to him. I just kind of pat him on the shoulder. I'm like, look, I'm sure.
Whoa, don't attack me, lady. Okay?
Do I pass stealth?
You need to be careful touching these guns like this, okay?
Did you
Tell you
pass
what,
an 11?
I will let you hit me.
I got 14.
Then you're stuck.
Alright,
You know, the last guy I hit, you know what happened?
He died.
Yeah. And that was just with one of my fingers.
Then hit me.
No, I don't want to kill you, okay? That's against the law.
You're right.
So tell me what your business is here with this goldfish and
I went
The
stealth.
gold
by the
hand.
way.
Stealth.
I went stealth.
What'd you roll?
14.
oh. What are you
What,
doing?
I'm sorry. Goldfish?
Yeah, I saw.
What are you talking about?
There's a goldfish guy over there.
A goldfish guy.
Yeah, he had like this coat on and a big hat.
I said,
goldfish.
Dorian.
A goldfish
It looks
with a
like
hat.
this. This is what a fish does.
Yeah. Like one of
You
those?
saw one of those.
One of those.
You see
With a
one of
coat and
these?
a hat.
No, he had legs like you.
That's like me.
A
Yeah,
goldfish
but
has
he
legs?
was like a fish.
A fish
Looks like
with
a
legs.
Okay, look, you're trying to make me seem
You
crazy.
know how this sounds? Think about it for a minute.
While they're talking, I walk by. And I'm
Look,
still
look,
holding
guys,
his sword.
Look, I know how it sounds, but that's what you walked up with when you came up here.
I guess so. Oh boy.
Can I have my sword back, please?
No, this is your sword?
Yes.
Are you sure? It's been in my hand for quite a while.
Can I have?
Persuasion that it is my sword.
Okay. Oh shit.
I'm not a minion anymore, so
What are this guy's stats?
I only got a 5.
I got a 4. So he says, oh shit. Not again.
I'm sorry, I don't know where your sword
This is the
was.
6th time today.
You went through 6 swords today.
No,
You lost them 6
they
times?
were. Yeah. Okay, never mind. What happened to the swords?
How are you guarding this bridge? Without a sword.
With my strength.
Your strength.
And you notice while you're holding this sword too, this isn't even a finished sword. It's like straight, just poured and then given to him. Like it's not sharp.
Is it a practice? Like
It's a fencing sword, essentially.
Yeah, like it's like shaped like a long sword
It hasn't
should
been
be,
ground down.
but no edge
You don't
or
even
any.
want
It's a blunt
No,
sword.
I don't want him to have
That's
it
funny,
either.
yeah, right. Well,
Yeah, it's literally just like a molded
Piece of
sword
metal.
that's not sharp at all.
It's basically a molded piece of metal.
How about we
Basically.
we tell him the code, the oath of the Order of the Cross and Shield. Would that prove it to you?
What?
That we know the words?
He wouldn't know that.
The words of what?
The Order of the Cross and Shield.
I don't know the words. So you could make them up all you want.
If we make up the same words at the same time, though, that would be quite the trick, wouldn't it?
What, you know tricks?
Sure.
Look, I ain't here for tricks.
Look, a dragon! Dracarys. I cast minor illusion behind him.
Okay, do it.
You have to use the same words.
Not always. It can change.
I just
This might
say
be a different
anything
color dragon.
in any foreign language.
Yeah, sounds great.
It's a
So
baby
you-
dragon.
So you're using minor illusion.
It's a cute baby dragon.
Oh, so
So it fits in a 5-foot cube, and it can be complete this time.
And so you tell him it's behind him?
Yeah.
You're like, oh, nice try. Tell me there's a dragon.
Oh my god, look at that dragon!
Where?
And
Oh,
I
no!
sneak by. Can I attempt to sneak by?
I
As
just
he
start
does
walking.
Yeah.
I just start walking to the Legionnaires Guild.
And so he can see it, like, up on the gate. And so he's like, oh, I don't have my sword. He grabs rocks. He's like, get down here! Get down here! And he turns and you guys have already left.
Yeah.
I toss the fake sword into some bushes.
Making our way to the Legionnaires Guild. That's a good bit.
He was fun, Oh. You're stealth right now.
He
I
can
think-
still talk.
I think you should be up for a promotion. Legionnaire
Right,
captain,
yeah.
do that.
I'll be sure to put in my best.
Awesome. Hey, he's trying his hardest, sir.
Oh my god. Hey,
We make our way to the Legionnaires.
Alright, and so you guys make your way to the Legionnaires Guild, and they give you guys all some rooms to essentially sleep. Basically, let you guys get some rest. And they tell you that in the morning you can continue whatever business you were on.
Can we get some sort of markings to signify that we're part of the?
Yeah, now that we're
Or-
at the guild,
Oh,
and
how
they
nice.
get any swag.
Hey, or do you want to wait? It's your
Yeah, I'm sure here at the guild, once you wake up, they can help get you outfitted with some stuff.
Cool. Basically, okay, we'll do that later.
And so you guys will take a rest, and regain your strength, and then get back to adventure.
Oh,